The first 10 minutes of Transformers 3 contain a record-breaking 3 fake presidents. First, non-F. Kennedy initiates the space race.
We need to get to the moon.
Then Trickier Dick completes the space race. And Faux Obama publicly rewards Shia LaBeouf for an alien operation that was supposed to be a total secret. It is at this ceremony that Shia meets his new girlfriend, Carly. Her personality traits include British. Incidentally, Carly would be a great name for a Transformer. She could have a husband named Truckley and a son named Motorcycle Michael. Carly works for Patrick Dempsey at Washington, D.C.'s Milwaukee Art Museum. Out the window you can see the beautiful coast of DC. I don't think Michael Bay actually knows where our nation's capital is, he just knows that it has something to do with this establishing shot. Anyway, the important thing to know is that Shia has 2 pet robots, and one of them is named Brains. They kick Brains and say,
"Get out of here!"
It's symbolism. Also, Brains does get out of there. Look, he's gone. So here's where Shia's at this time. He can't find a job ever since he graduated from that Princeton school, so the best he can do is work in the mailroom for John. As Shia descends into the bleak trance of corporate work job, the Autobots work to de-nuke the Middle East. I love how agnostic that title card is. Where's the scene happening? I don't know, somewhere within these 2 million square miles. Look, wherever it is, it's against the law. The Autobots approach this mission with their typical diplomatic precision of going and then Josh and the bots get a tip that they need to investigate an old abandoned nuclear facility.
The facility's name is Chernobyl.
Yeah, I know what Chernobyl is. Yeah, of course you do, Josh. It's common knowledge. Or is it? Let's ask the people. What's the name of that Ukrainian nuclear facility that melted down?
New York City, baby!
So the boys are having fun doing military things until Frances McDormand shows up. She demands that they stop advancing the story and make it McDormand. But the boys don't stop doing things. They very much don't stop. They go even to the moon, where they find this old crashed ship. Inside, they discover the body of Sentinel Prime, who is essentially Optimus's dad. They use a magical item to re-alive him, and it turns out he's voiced by Leonard Nimoy, a legendary actor in one of his final roles. Did you know his last performance ever was in the Family Guy mobile game? Isn't that so funny? Doesn't that make you want to just laugh and laugh? But I don't mean to suggest that this role is unworthy of Leonard's talent. Now, Sentinel had a complicated and very confusing life. You see, during the last days of the robot civil war, Sentinel Prime tried to flee the planet, but he got shot at and drifted off into space. Then he crash-landed on our moon in the year 1961. But wait, how does that work when in the first movie it's implied that Megatron came to Earth after the war, but Archibald Witwicky found him in the Arctic Circle in 1897? And furthermore, the Allspark was lost during that same war, but they said that
carbon dating puts the cube here around 10,000 BC.
Did the robot war last for 100 centuries? That just feels unlikely to me. I mean, these guys act pretty fast.
No, Optimus!
In any case, Megatron lives in Africa now, feeding awful creatures and harassing elephants. He asks a vulture to go kill some NASA employees in order to tie up the loose ends of an impossibly convoluted conspiracy. In the next extremely not finished scene, the vulture becomes a pink bumblebee, and then it cuts to black, and then he's a vulture again, and then it cuts to black, and then the guy says, "What are you doing in my house?" The vulture's next target is Ken Jeong, the funny meme man. We love when Ken has 2 guns and does the neck thing, and we love when he tries to kill you on purpose. The vulture suicides Ken, which is sneaky and makes sense, and then he attacks the rest of the office for absolutely no reason. Like Sun Tzu said. Shia tries to go tell the government about the robot in his office, but they use a car pusher to push his car. He gets angry. Lots of screaming from Shia in these. Sometimes he'll see a robot and just yell its name. Francis tells Shia just to not to worry about the workplace death machine. So he goes rogue and teams up with John.
Totoro.
Together they go find this special guy. You might recognize him for his work as
Rent Guy from Spider-Man 2 and 3. Rent Guy, love seeing him on my screen.
Through his moon evidence, Rent Guy reveals that Optimus reviving Sentinel Prime was all a part of the Decepticons' plan because Sentinel had actually cut a deal with the Decepticons to use humanity as a slave force to reconstruct Cybertron.
When Sentinel left Cybertron, it was to defect.
He was meant to rendezvous with me here on Earth before fate waylaid us both.
What? Huh? What?
The Decepticons begin their horrible slave plan by destroying Abraham Lincoln, summoning a space army, and having a gremlin be around. Then Patrick Dempsey reveals that he's in on the plan too. His car has tentacles and his watch has bug parts. This is the second time that Michael Bay has shown us a character in a car being menaced by a tentacle. It's also the second time that an insectoid transformer hacks Shia's nervous system immediately following said tentacle scene. So, anyway, after the attack, the Decepticons offer a deal.
If you launch the good robots away in the dumbest-looking rocket you've ever seen, we promise we will not attack Earth for a third time.
This is the solemn promise of the guys literally named Trick You machines. So obviously, as soon as the Autobots leave, they kerblam the ship, and then, for reasons which remain unclear, they skeletize the people of Chicago. To fight the Decepticon regime, Shia gathers some truck guys and the big man. But before they can even do anything, they find out that the Autobots were never dead. They just pretended to die to teach humanity a lesson.
Your leaders will now understand. Decepticons will never leave your planet alone.
Wait, so you let them kill everyone in Chicago?
It had to be done.
Hey, look, they reused this shot and just put a different head on it.
We will kill them all. Your leaders will now understand.
That's pretty stupid, but not quite as stupid as this line.
They're surrounding the city to make a fortress.
Why would they do that?
So that no one can see what they're up to inside.
Oh, I understand. What they're up to is sending pillars all over the world to teleport Cybertron into the atmosphere. Michael's like, what's the rest of the world look like? Ruins, and ruins, and ruins, and Hong Kong. From here we enter big loud action set piece time, or blast! Here are some of the things that get caught in this movie's blast zone. A giant worm eats a building. Army men say army words.
Lima Echo Echo, Monsoor 250.
Positive service contact.
Target ID.
Target acquired.
Wake up, Kennedy!
Patrick tells the Decepticons to kill their prisoners.
I think they're going to kill us.
A big blue beam goes in the sky, just in case you weren't sure that, yep, it's a movie from the 2010s. With their backs to the wall, the heroes decide to just go ahead and die. I show up and start shooting my gun, and then Starscream spits on me.
Stop!
Sam grabs Starscream's eye with a grappling hook and becomes a beautiful computer child. Starscream says, Optimus gets caught in some wires for 15 whole minutes. Optimus gives someone a tracheotomy. Optimus rips Megatron's whole head and spine out, and then he shoots his dad in the back while he begs for his life.
No, Optimus!
I was living with my brother, a former Marine. He said, Peter, where are you going? I said, I'm going to an audition, Larry. It's going to be a truck.
I said, but Larry, he's evidently he's a hero truck. He's a hero. And his face got somber, and he said, Peter, if you're going to be a hero, be a real hero. If you're going to be a hero, Peter, remember, be strong enough to be gentle.
I'll kill you! I will kill you! I'll kill you! You die!
I'm gonna tear them apart!
Your fate! Your fate! Your fate!
Anyway.
Ooh, rings.
Man, those are gears. Cogs, even. Optimus says.
The day will never come that we forsake this planet.
And the credits roll with this really upbeat, like, big tech press conference music. Which I think is very funny considering how Transformers 4 instantly crushes that optimism with a government-led Autobot genocide. Did you know that the bad guy in Transformers 4 is Kelsey Grammer? Optimus kills Frasier. He just obliterates him. There is another KG in Transformers 4. Chasm, remember, from online? He uses the element transformium to make a big gun out of Rainbow Dash. I mean, whoever this is. Did you know that Chasm G's British friend in this scene is named Gil Wembley? That's also the surname of Vivian from Transformers 5. Either they're related for no reason, or Michael Bay can only think of one British-sounding name. Maybe I'm asking too much from the guy who reused this shot a decade later and somehow made it look worse. Somehow making it look worse might actually be his mission statement. Did you know that in Transformers 4 and 5, they have a Decepticon say, "Free at last"?
I'm free at last! Thank Megatron, I'm free at last!
Did you know that in Transformers 5, the British butler robot known as Cogman shoots a missile out of his mouth? Did you know that in Transformers Rise of the Primes, they completely drop every hanging plotline from The Last Knight? Not many people talk about this movie. I'd like to address it before shutting up about these forever. People loved Rise of the Primes because of all the parts and scenes that were in it. I think they enjoyed how it finally circled back to Sam Witwicky, but he was recast, so I'm less clear on what the appeal was there. Anyway, per tradition, the movie opens with a little speech by our best friend Optimus.
Times have changed, but this time it's in a good way. The horns of Unicron have sunken back into the earth, and our homeworld Cybertron has gently floated back into space. Our worlds are at peace. Perhaps the humans no longer need us. Perhaps it is finally time to go home.
Away drives the truck person to investigate the landing site. There he finds yet another secret character from his past of unknowable length.
Well, who decided to crash today? Don't you remember? The face of your own brother? Ultra Magnus. I can't believe that's you, brother. How are you? For many centuries, I have searched across the galaxies to find you. I knew that when I did, you would be doing something epic. Bro, I've missed you. Come with me, brother. We have much to discuss.
Next, we catch up with Sam, who has obtained wife and child.
Sam Witwicky, you are handsomer than ever.
Yeah, well, a few years in the U.S. Marines will do that to you.
See you at little Michaela's game tonight?
No.
What?
I can't tonight.
But Sam, you have to. I mean, how many times can you...
I can't. I have the thing with the campaign managers tonight. Just tell her I'll be at the next one, and God bless America.
Sam! Remember what you used to tell me about sacrifice? And how with none of it there's no victory either?
I understand, but we're so close. The perfect house, one blonde daughter, I become president. That's what we said we wanted. That was the plan.
That's what you wanted.
I thought we agreed that we'd always want the same thing.
But Sam, what do those things matter if you lose your soul on the way to the top?
Lose my soul? I'm not gonna lose my... Stop!
Meanwhile, Megatron once again leaves the Earth and goes to the moon and uses his powers to raise an army of 1 million Decepticons.
Yes, my Decepticons, we will turn this moon into our evil home. But first, I have some unfinished business to finish. Energon beer. I haven't tasted those flavors in many galactic cycles. Yeah. The best part of the flavor is the taste. I agree.
Just as their conversation is getting interesting, Starscream comes out of nowhere and snipes Magnus.
My brother. Optimus. My brother. Bro, they shot you. I'm dying, brother. I will avenge your death. I will always be with you, brother. In your robot heart. Attention, U.S. Army. I need your help.
You think that we would just help out an illegal robot alien? No, sir. Nope. How many times have you nearly destroyed the planet now? 4? 5 times. Jeez, 5 times. That's big. That's some number.
If I'm being honest, it's beginning to sound like you don't like us.
Running out of options, Optimus once again calls Sam to meet in a cemetery.
Hi, Optimus. Good to see you.
I'm here for your help, Sam. Because your leaders believe we brought vengeance upon your planet. Perhaps they are right. That is why they must be reminded by another human of the trust we share.
I don't have time for this right now. I'm an adult man with adult man's problems. And if you need help so bad, why don't you ask your little friend from Texas?
I don't like him now.
Look, I can't help you right now. I'm making positive change. From within the system, like we said, we have to work on this. We can't just keep exploding things every time.
Sam, the genocide of my people is starting. They killed Ironhide and they drew and quartered some of my other friends and they hit Canopy with 6 missiles. And then they hit him with 6 more. Plus, they killed my brother. Bumblebee is hiding at the bottom of Lake Superior, and he's not coming out anytime soon. Sam, I am the last of my kind. Without you, I am screwed.
Look, I gotta go.
Enraged and betrayed by everyone, Optimus flies to the moon, but he instantly gets captured and they start torturing him. It's so messed up. Anyway, then there's another scene.
One delicious coffee, please.
Sam? Sam Witwicky?
Hey, I know you. You're Cogman.
Thank you, sir. That is my name.
What are you doing here?
Looking for you, sir. Since my last boss died, I've had no one to serve. No purpose at all, really. But then I remembered there's one last Witwicky left, and here you are. Your Hogan would be so very proud of me. Now that he's gone, it seems you are the last of your kind.
The last of my kind.
I am the last of my kind.
Yeah, I get it.
We have to stick together, you know, the humans and the Transformers, because we love each other.
Listen, I gotta go.
Very well, sir. I shall await you inside your house.
Bumblebee! 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 Find him for me, Cube Boy.
Yes, my master. Thank you for letting me serve you. I will love you forever.
What's good, little man?
Bumblebee, you can talk, and you're huge now.
That's not all that's different about me.
Introducing the new Blue Jean Bumblebee, available now at your freaking retailer.
Bumblebee flies Sam to the moon, and Sam finds Optimus, but he's dying, and Optimus says,
"Quick, climb into my chest." Sam, you are in my inner sanctum. This is my Transformium ball. Take it, Sam, and become what you were always meant to be. Become the world's first Mansformer.
The men do attacks at everything, and in such ways the Dino Lifter is working as an These birds are big. Meanwhile, Sam may not go on his way. Meanwhile, he's on his way. His double-barreled void explodes. Meanwhile,
America. The romance between Transformers and humans is older than any of us can understand. And like all romances, this one ends in a long and messy divorce. The custody battle for our world is over. But the custody war to rebuild this great nation has only just now began. That's what Optimus would have wanted. And it's also what I want.
This one's for you, old friend. delicious. I miss you, old friend.
I miss you too, Sam.
But you're in robot heaven now.
I'm in robot heaven, and Bumblebee is here too.
I don't think I realized he died. Goodbye, guys.
My brother is here too.
Bye.
We're all in robot heaven.
I know.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, you robots in the skies.